My name's John Knight from Smarter Interactive. We help companies in the construction industry to utilise the latest meeting room technologies, enabling them to reduce travel and increase communication. In this video, we're going to explain how the latest version of the Smart Interactive Whiteboard can be used to connect to any PC, Mac or smart device, enabling you to collaborate and communicate with colleagues working anywhere through the internet, and also how you can connect to an iPad user. There are a number of options when using a smartboard to be able to connect to any PC, Mac or smart device. The first option I'm going to describe relates to the Smart Bridget server. This is a piece of software that Smart have developed to run in conjunction with the smart board. Essentially, you have a server which is located on the internet. This server can support up to a maximum of 500 devices or users to be connected at any one time, but that can be broken down into a series of different meetings. Through the internet, the server can connect to a PC with someone using a headset at their computer. It can connect to an interactive monitor, which is another product that Smart have in their range. It can connect to another person using a smart board, the same as the one that I'm using here. Or it can also connect out to anybody using a Mac. This technology is integrated into the Smart Meeting Pro software, which is the package that I'm in at the moment. So this is my whiteboarding tool that I can use to write handwritten notes on the screen. And built into the top of the screen, which you may not be able to see very clearly in the video, so I've blown it up in a second, is the toolbar that I can use to invite people into my meeting. It looks like this. So basically it is broken down into some different sections. On the left hand side I have the name of the meeting room. So in this case I'm in a room which is called Meeting Room 2. Next to that there is a unique 6-digit passcode which enables you to ensure that security for the meeting is kept to a maximum, and this 6-digit passcode gets uniquely recreated every time you start a new meeting. Next to that we have the number of users that are connected to the meeting, the ability to open or close the microphone, and the ability to start or stop sharing your screen. By having the toolbar integrated into the top of the display, it ensures that all of these options are available at the click of a button, or in this case your finger, to simply be able to access those meeting functions. Alternatively, the Smart Meeting Pro software also supports WebEx or Microsoft Link as an alternative collaboration package for you to be able to share your content. Using a smartboard, it's extremely easy to invite anybody via the internet to enable them to collaborate on a document. In this particular example, we've created some whiteboard notes where we're imagining that a client has come in to an architect to discuss some changes to the interior design. And rather than having to set up a separate meeting with the interior designer, we're going to start to write those suggestions up on the whiteboard and then invite input from the interior designer. In this particular case, I'm in London and the interior designer is in Cardiff. So I'm going to pick up a pen and write up a couple of the suggestions that have come up from the client. So first of all, they'd like to change the colour of the reception chairs, and they'd also like to look at using darker wood on some of the desks and key fixtures and fittings. Now I've already connected to my colleague who's working remotely, and he's going to allocate the responsibility. So in this case, he's suggesting that we're going to allocate the responsibility for changing the colour of the reception chairs to Jason. I think Jason could actually also be involved in adding darker wood to looking at the darker wood matches for the desks. But also, I believe that we're going to need to look at adding a colleague of Jason's who can also help with that, which is Susan. Now if I want to, I can also still utilize features such as the character recognition software, in spite of the fact that that note was added by somebody working remotely. This is because all this information is in one file. So when I've shared the information with the colleague working remotely in Cardiff, they're still able to actually write back into the same document, which I can still change and manipulate at any stage as we go through the meeting. In this particular scenario, what we're now going to do is go into a PDF document. So I have a PDF document open at the bottom, and this demonstrates the ability for us to firstly interact with this PDF, because I can control it and move it around the screen, and I can also select a section and zoom in. But I want to try and discuss some changes. So I think that all of these desks here possibly need to actually be reduced in size. I'm going to ask a colleague to give me some input into it. So at this point, they can then start to write notes directly over the top of the same PDF. So they're suggesting that we could actually remove this other area over here, remove that completely. On this particular occasion, I want to keep this. So I want to keep this, but maybe we need to just try and reduce the number of tables that we're using, or either reduce the number of chairs and the actual size of the furniture. So again, I'm going to add some additional notes over the top of it. And all of that information can be captured and saved in one document. We're also connected via a conference call, so that means that we are obviously discussing all of this with each other at the same time. He said that no, we can't actually reduce the size of the furniture, it's already been ordered. So we've got a bit of a problem here that we need to try and discuss at a later date. So what I'm going to do instead is capture that information so that we can record what we've discussed so far, and then we're going to go back into our whiteboarding tool, review that, and add a list of actions. I need to involve Ant in this. Ant is the man who can get this sorted for us, so I'm going to ask him to take a look at it for us next. At this point of the meeting, we've reached a stage where we need to involve somebody else who's not able to attend and is also not in the office. But what we're able to do is ask them to join the meeting via their iPad. This can be done through either a Wi-Fi connection or 3G connectivity is also supported. So the iPad user can download the Smart Bridget app, which is a free download from the App Store, and select Join a Meeting. Here they have a list of all the meetings taking place on the server, and they can select the appropriate meeting and select Join. Enter the unique 6-digit passcode and join the meeting. At this point they can see all of the information in real time on the board and also be able to zoom in and navigate their way around the file. In addition, they have the ability to select a pen tool, and in this case can be using a stylus to add their own notes. These notes again are now part of that file and can therefore be recorded and saved as part of the working document from the project. These notes that have been added by the remote iPad user are also still part of the working document. So for example, I can still select them, move them, resize them, and again even convert them into text. Because once again, we are sharing and collaborating on one working document. We have shown you how you can use a smart interactive whiteboard to collaborate and communicate with colleagues working anywhere on the internet. Those colleagues can be using a PC, a Mac, an iPad, or another smart device. This functionality will help you to reduce your travel, increase your efficiency, improve your communication, and ultimately improve the speed of a construction project.
Smarter Interactive are a specialist audiovisual company and a gold accredited smart business solution provider. For more information about how smart technology can help you collaborate through the internet, saving you time and money, or to request information about demonstration events where you can experience this technology in person, please call the Smarter Interactive team on 0118 982 3960. Visit www.smarterinteractive.co.uk.